I'm Nate Spack, and today I'll be presenting on Chapter 14, Segment 1 of the psychology textbook. So there's a long history of ideas about personality. Now, personality is just the set of characteristics individuals possess that influence their thinking and behavior. Now, personality types are the particular combinations of behavioral characteristics that tend to occur together. Today's psychologists believe that there's a near infinite amount of personality types, but a finite amount of personality traits. And astrology is a theory that a person's birth at a particular time of the year endows them with one of 12 personalities. Now, scientists have proven astrology to be a pseudoscience, and essentially it's fake. Now, Freud focused on the unconscious, and his psychoanalysis involved the detailed analysis of a client's mind through open-ended discussions about thoughts and feelings. Now, the unconscious is the part of our mind that functions outside our awareness, and this is the main element of Freud's work, which psychologists and psychiatrists still focus on today, because the unconscious is a major part of psychology still. Now, the id is Freud's term for the part of the mind that follows the pleasure principle. The ego is the part of the mind which tries to fulfill the goals of the id within the limits of reality. And the superego, according to Freud, is the part of the mind which incorporates rules of behavior that a person learns and accepts from other people. Now, according to Freud, the superego inhibited the id, and the demands of the id become purely unconscious by the time we're adults. And then we're only consciously aware of the ego and superego. Defense mechanisms are unconscious psychological processes that protect the ego from realizing and acting upon socially unacceptable urges of the id. Rationalization is the defense mechanism of making intellectual excuses for unacceptable behavior. And there's many different types of defense mechanisms. Rationalization tends to be the most common. Some others include repression, projection, displacement, sublimation, reaction formation, regression, and denial. Now, neurosis is Freud's term for mental disorders characterized by anxiety or avoidance, and they interfere with everyday functioning but are not accompanied by delusions or hallucinations. Now, in today's day and age, psychologists and psychiatrists don't use this term. Rather, they have specific terms for different disorders. Now, Freud believed that family dynamics during development affected personality. So, his psychosexual stages of development were Freud's theory of how personality develops from birth to adulthood. So, the earliest stage, the oral stage, from age 0 to 2, is where the baby pursues pleasurable sensations in the mouth, lips, and tongue. The next stage, the anal stage, from age 2 to 3, is where the child derives pleasure from defecating. The next stage, the phallic stage, is the stage that takes place from age 3 to 6 when pleasure in the child is derived from masturbation. The fourth stage is the latency stage, from age 6 to 12 when sexual conflicts are repressed. And finally, the genital stage is the fifth and final stage when the focus is on the penis and vagina and developing a mature, socially acceptable sexual relationship. Now, Freud's ideas have been intensely criticized because they cannot be tested, so they're largely disregarded by today's psychologists and psychiatrists. In addition to this, Freud's own confirmation bias seemed to confirm his own ideas to himself. And like I said earlier, the unconscious, the study of the unconscious, is really the main thing that Freud studied that still sticks today. I'm Nate Spack, and that's my presentation.